Hello and welcome back to The Lion's Den. I'm your host Matt, as always, and this week has been wild. So I mentioned last week that I ended up with a job, and that means now that I have to be a proper adult. But I don't want to talk too much about that because maybe I should have been a YouTuber. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about some weird and wonderful things that happened in the world today. So, one of the weird things that I saw was I was just driving home. I think it was probably Tuesday or Monday, and I was completely thrown off by these group of runners. Now, you might be confused, you're thinking they're just runners, they're just going for a run in a group. But I'm not joking, there were maybe 20 of them. That was the thing that threw me off. And the second thing is, they looked like they were running after someone, like a person had stolen something from one of them and they were legging it, absolutely pedal to the metal to catch this imaginary person that didn't actually exist. So I found it quite funny, and I was looking at them like, oh god, are they chasing someone? Is something happened? Is something going wrong? But no, it was fine. So that was a little quirky thing to see, in the middle of your day. So, oh god, my laptop is going off like a flipping jumbo jet. Anyway, the other day in the shower, I was extremely confused because I've seen a couple of videos about how to make soap, right? This whole thing where you render fat, that's one of the ways, and you go through the process of saponifying it, which is turning it into soap. But they basically say like you have to kind of cure it, leave it for a couple of days, and wait for it to actually be soap. And the thing they said is like lick it. That's how you determine if it's soap. And I was sort of thinking, hold on, if you want me to lick it to determine that it is indeed soap, that would imply that I know what soap tastes like, implying that I have previously licked soap. The main thing is they said if you lick it and it tastes or feels like a 9-volt battery, then it's soap. It's not soap, sorry. Oh god, I can't talk today and I've just peeked the microphone. What? Why would I want to lick something that potentially will give me a shock like a 9-volt battery? That sounds absolutely awful. But yeah, every time they say lick it, that's how you determine if it's soap or not. Not rub it on your hands and see if you get a horrible rash or something, I don't know. Basically eat the soap to determine if it's soap. What? Absolutely wild. Okay, now that I've talked about two completely random things and expressed the fact that I have a job and that's a thing, the final Smash Fighter came out yesterday as I'm recording this, so it came out on Tuesday, and it came out at 3 p.m. in England, which was like midway through the second half of my working day. So prior to that, I turned off all notifications on my phone of people that I knew would be talking about it because they would have seen it before I did. That worked. I avoided all spoilers until basically I got home and was trying to find the video, which they'd annoyingly changed the thumbnail and title of the Nintendo Smash Direct to who the character was. So before I even watched the video, I knew who the character was. But I mean, at least I didn't have it spoiled until I had the chance to get home and like watch it and see it and everything. Obviously, I didn't get the whole thing of you watching the trailer and here's the here's you that's where you find out the character. But hey ho, it's Sora. Hopefully I can say that now and it hasn't spoiled it for anyone else. But Sora looks ridiculous compared to the rest of the DLC fighters that have some stupid gimmick or some crazy power. He looks kind of standard, like an almost normal character in the way he plays. Obviously, he has got a DLC gimmick. One of them being the whole magic thing on Neutral B, where it cycles and you've got a menu telling you which one it's going to be. But can we talk about the recovery? Holy moly, the recovery is absolutely nuts. He might have probably the best recovery in the game. I'm calling it now. I think he might have the best recovery in the game. Not only does he have crazy hops, and I'd love to know if the hops are bigger than Falco's, because Falco has the biggest jumps in the game. They kind of look on that level. He's floaty. He has the big hops, and then he can use both up B and side B. I believe interchangeably. Neither one puts him into special fall, which is stupid. Holy moly! I know with Falco, for example, you can do that. You can do side B into up B or up B into side B, but his recovery method is slow and linear. This dude has like quick attack from Pikachu, but he gets 3 of them instead of 2 of them, and the second 2 have a targeting mechanic. That's nuts. I mean, Sakurai literally demonstrated it in the thing. He was off stage for like a solid 10 to 15 seconds. Tell me another character that can fly off stage like that and still make it back perfectly unscathed. Absolutely ridiculous. So, and the thing is, it's not like he's got a recovery that's really good, but he's vulnerable the whole time. One of them, side B, the Sonic Blast or Sonic Boom, whatever it's called, literally has a homing button on it, so you could just target somebody who comes off and kill them. Up B also has, I imagine, an active hitbox, so that will do a thing. The only thing that isn't, that's part of his recovery, is just jumping, but it's honestly insane. And I bought the second DLC pass ages ago, so I don't have to worry about debating to buy them, because I thought I didn't do it for the first pack. I bought the first pack after all of the characters released, but I bought the second pack maybe after the first two were announced or something. So I then got to play each character as they came out, which is so much better because day one of any DLC character is hilarious. Day one Kazuya and day one Sephiroth were both just a blast to play against people because obviously nobody knew what they were doing. And both characters have stupid mechanics where they are beasts in their own right, but to really take advantage of them against somebody who's playing a character they know, you need to know that character. That's by the by. Playing Sora day one will be hilarious and really good fun. And to be honest, Sora's everything just looks really cool. Like his reveal trailer was beautiful. The music sounds good, and obviously the people who know about the music are going to go absolutely wild for it. He looks really good. His stage looks gorgeous. All of his moves look really pretty and fluid and stuff. Oh, so good. Small tidbit, the reveal trailer, when there's the part where a bunch of the characters look over their shoulder as they're being woken back up, there's Incineroar down in the bottom corner looking over his shoulder. I've screen grabbed that, and I have I have a picture of Incineroar for my Discord icon now because my boy. Again, small side note, I brought my Incineroar up to like 7.8 mil GSP on Monday or Tuesday night. I don't quite know how, but people were just letting me walk all over them with the spicy fire cat, so that's hilarious. And I said it to my friend and he was just like, oh my god, seriously? You've got that high with Incineroar? I need more things to talk about, but like I'm wailing about Sora for too long. Oh gosh. Every time I breathe out too hard and towards the microphone, I get a really big puff of smoke and it's bad. So, and you might hear my handling of the microphone as well. So I'm very sorry about that. Right. Final thing to talk about, Telecasters. It's a type of guitar and I think they're really cool. I keep seeing that Fender are releasing newer versions of them with like different specs. And personally, part of my dream guitar collection, if you will, is I want a Telecaster, but I want it in teal. That is the awkward thing, because guitars don't really come in very interesting colors. It's generally like red or gold, black, white, the sunburst options. Sometimes you'll get a green and a silver and a blue, but never like a really interesting color. The interesting colors I think come from third parties. So if you're not buying a Gibson or a Fender, you can get more interesting colors. I think there's a company like they're called PRS or something. They probably do more interesting colors. So maybe I'll have to go that route and not actually get a Fender for a Telecaster and get a air quotes Telecaster. We will see, but I want a Telecaster. And if you don't know what a Telecaster is, look up a Fender Telecaster. Personally, I think they look a lot nicer than a Stratocaster. Stratocaster was my first electric guitar that I had, and then I switched to a Les Paul shape, which I've got currently. Maybe that's why I like Telecasters, because they're like the Fender version of a Les Paul, and I already like Les Pauls. Who knows? Anyway, hopefully we've now got enough content for you to listen to. Also, small YouTube recommendation. Up is not Jump. That's their channel. Just look them up. Watch a couple of videos, hilarious. They're kind of maybe British humor, so that might go over some people's heads. But I hope kind of you'll understand it anyway. So you do that, enjoy, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.